Yo guys, it's Zephy again. Today I'm going to be talking about the best KVK 1 through 2 investments. So, for starting off for like great, good, some, none, D, I'm talking about like longevity going through KVK 2 to like swap, how good they'll last and how long they'll last. So for some of the commanders, I'll just be putting in like good, since like maybe they're good in KVK 1, but they fall off really hard in KVK 2. So I'll put those in good, and then you can get it from there. So starting off with YSG, he's great because you can invest in him in KVK 1, maybe get him expertise, but that's pretty hard to do. So by going into SOC, he's great because you can just pair him with QSH, which is what I'm doing. So next off, Sun Tzu. I mean, he's a great free-to-play or just low spender. Or honestly, he's good all around because he's a rage engine. You can pair him with Fled, or you can put him with Martel. He's pretty good together. Who else? I've seen him. I forgot. You can put him with Kusunoki, but I generally don't think. That's a whole nother thing right there. So, and then Fled, the same boat. You can put him. You can run that through KVK 1 through 2, so that's not bad either. So I'll put that back down. Thutmose, I would say he's great too because he has good swap value too going into KVK 2. He's not bad in KVK 2 either, or we can see his skills right now. Thutmose, direct damage factor 30%, then healing reduction 30% is also great, and then also Archer attack bonus 15, Archer march speed bonus, which is always great in KVK 1 through 2 because you're always so slow. 10%, and the damage bonus 15%. Archer defense bonus is 10%. Skill damage take and increase is 15%. And then also counterattack damage, which is nice, 10%. And the direct damage factor another 700. So, it's not too bad, I would say. I say he's pretty good. You can look at Musa, for example. He's in my KPK, and he was treacherous, and he got a decent amount of KP, but he did pretty much zero his account. But that's what happens when you're in a huge KPK like this. So we just have this. First, another one, I'll go with Martel. The reason I put him in good, or I would say B tier, is because in KVK 1, I would say he's very good. But KVK 2, with my KVK 2 at least, he fell off a lot. The reason I think he's still viable is his counterattack damage. So, for example, like, the amount of field presence 65 had over us, we got swarmed so many times, or we got crunched, that times I should have went, like, triple negative. Because of my counterattack damage, it was a tie, pretty much. And then, that's his garrison skill, of course, but his expertise skills actually pretty good, too, because you get 20% of all stats, not all stats, defense and health, and march speed. March speed is huge, especially because your infantry and you're pretty slow. I think that's what makes it like the only reason he's viable is because of that. So I'll put him in good. I'll put Fled just up there, and then Cow. I will also put him good, because if we go look at his skills again, where's Cow? Right here. This is great first skill. Great. And then third skill, this is when it gets to it's great for KVK 1, I would say. KVK 2, again, where a lot of stuff falls off. I would say there's better options like Saladin, but we'll get into that later, of course. Pires. This is hard because KVK 2, he has a great pairing with CJ now, which was an SOC commander, but now he's not. So I would say I would put him as good because he's not levels above or a tremendous amount. So he's 1400 and 20% attack bonus. He's great stats all around, I would say. And just big difference. And then for Minamoto, you can't go wrong with Minamoto. Just pay to win. But KVK 1, he hits hard. KVK 2, you can run 2 cab marches like Saladin, Fled, and then Minamoto YSG, or Saladin YSG, and then Minamoto Cow. You can run it all sorts of ways. So it's pay to win if you're like a medium spender or high spender. I have mine expertise, which is, I mean, that's how it is, I guess. Richard, I would put none. I mean, he's just an absolute tank and no damage output. I mean, it's pretty terrible in my eyes. I mean, if anybody disagrees with that, they might be a little slow. So we'll put that in D. Barca. Yeah, I mean, Barca's, that's about, I mean, he's KVK 1, so. Cyrus, I would say great, because you can also, he has great swap value too. He was pretty good from what I've seen and what I traded against him. He was a pretty good March. Where is Edward at? Edward, I would put good. I would say for rally wise, he did pretty good at my KVK because we had a lot of rallies, Edward rallies on us, and vice versa, of course. So, I mean, I would say he did pretty great. Salden, let's go. For right now, I'll put him right there. I don't quite remember. His third skill, fourth skills, like, no one cares about that unless you're going for expertise. So he's got 1400% damage factor, and then he's got march speed reduction, which 30%, which is great when hunting down infantry or archers. Healing reduction 40%, that's pretty nice. And then it's got cav bonus 20/20, that's pretty nice because great attack, especially if you put them with Minamoto and Souden together. Have a great single damage. Skill damage reduction 30%, so pretty much that gets over a half of YSG if you're attacking someone with YSG, because he has a 50% skill damage bonus. That pretty much just gets rid of over half of his, so that's nice. And then he also has counterattack damage reduction, which is also great when you're fighting Martel, because he also has a 30%. So I mean, that's gets rid of his tankiness or like trade value pretty much. So I would put him as great because there's so many you can put him together with, like Ethelfled or Minamoto or anybody really. And then Alex, I would say good, especially like before the new like generation of infantry, or just you could put him like Liu Che and Alex. That's not a bad, like you could run 2 infantry marches like DQ something else or LC Alex. I mean, he's pretty good. I would say he's pretty great for KVK2. Like most of our whales did like Alex YSG, and that did great. Self shield, ally, and then damage direction 1700, healing reduction, and then speed bonus 30%, which is great, and attack bonus, and then attack bonus again 40%, and then defense bonus 30%, which is even better. And then his commander 4 seconds 1200. That's nice. I mean, that's expertise skill for you. So yeah, I would leave him at S or great. And then I just have Sun Tzu up there because I mean you can't go wrong with Sun Tzu. And then him, I don't think I've seen him a single time. I don't really know much about him, but yeah, I don't know. Same with Bertrand. I know Bertrand's like not terrible, but it's also not really good at all. From what I've seen, the value is not good either. And then you also have to have 690 commander sculptures, and if you're running him, I'm assuming you have 2 cav marches. So I mean that's just very hard to do in the first place anyway. Who else do we have here? We have Constance. Constance, great. I also have never seen him. I've seen him for Sunset in some lineups, but I mean besides that, let's look at his skills actually. Constantine. Sorry. Attack reduction 40%, reduction 10%, 40% health bonus. That's pretty nice, and you get 15% health passive. That's great. And then garrison attack. This is, no one cares about this pretty much. That's the garrison. And then the same thing, healing factor 15,000, skill damage reduction 40. So I mean, he's a good garrison as far as I'm seeing, but also I've just never seen anybody really run Constantine as a garrison. So Mehmed, I mean, there's no reason to put him because I don't think anybody would be running him. I mean, you could run him as like a second march, so I'd put like maybe some Elsid against some. He's not too good either, but yeah. Besides this, so we have Sun Tzu. He's great investment. 0 gold heads at least. I don't know why I said at least. He has 0 gold heads. Great value. KVK 1 through 2. You get to save gold heads. You could put him behind like all invest into YSG and then save gold heads for swap. I think it's a great KVK plan or like account plan, because YSG you could run like two KVK 3 marches, infantry and QSH. That would be just fine. And then Thumos QSH, Thumos YSG is great. And then since swap comes, you swap your Thumos for QSH. That's gonna lead again. And then Minimoto, you can't, of course, you can't swap him, but Cal right now is, I would say, in a pretty good state now that. But infantry and archers, of course, overpower it. But that's everything happens like that. And then we have Cyrus, which is again pretty much a swap hand. I'm assuming you might have 2 archer marchers, maybe one better than the other. And Saladin, he's just so versatile. You can have what's it called, Q or Thutmose right behind, or sorry, Ethelfled. I'm tweaking. You can have Ethelfled behind him. You can have 2 cav marches. It's, I would say, and then Alex, Alex YSG is just fine. I have not seen Alex and Martel, I believe, that much, so I don't know how good of that. And let's look at Pyrus. Pyrus is great, because you can run him behind CJ. I don't know why I don't have CJ in here, but CJ behind Pyrus is a great. I think I've gotten beat trade-wise by like a 28 million, and I had way better gear and way better stats, but just because my KVK 1 March, Martel YSG is of course not going to be good as Pyrus CJ, which, yeah, it's great March in my eyes. Satan right now, CJ is starting to sneak in almost into in-game like 7th Marchers, which is kind of insane, but that's how it is, I guess. Definitely no investment. But Edward, I've seen some pretty gnarly rallies going both ways. And of course, you get Ethelfled for free, and just she's also versatile. You can put her behind Sun Tzu. And then I've seen some Ethelfled marches like alone, but that's just terrible in my eyes, because you're always gonna get targeted because you're known as untanky, and everyone's just gonna target you anyway because you have that symbol. Saladin Ethelfled's great. Saladin Minimoto's decent. I'm pretty sure it could be slow though. And then Cal. Cal's great swap value. You can buy dailies from him, I believe, from day 1 or whenever you get dailies unlocked. So you can invest 0 gold heads into Cal and get him maxed and be ready for a swap, which is great. And then Bertrand, I wouldn't put none, because he's a decent 2nd March, and then Med's pretty much just versatile, so versatile, so you can put him anywhere you want, really, behind anything. And then El Cid, that's maybe KVK 1. I haven't really seen anything good with El Cid, really, so I definitely would not invest into him. Richard is great pairing, but you're really not gonna do anything with him besides just take more side wounds because of his healing factor and deal out no damage whatsoever, which is, of course, not fun at all. Then you have, I forgot, what is his name? Genghis Khan, sorry. And then you have Constantine. So, those two are just, I would say, bigger players, like Wales marches, because they're going to have more gold heads than you, and they're just going to have more marches than you in general. So, that's more of a thing for the bigger players. So, I would not worry about those. And then, this is what I would say is about it for KVK 1 and 2, investments and their value, like their longevity through KVK 1 and 2. So I will see you guys probably on Friday after reset, after I get my commander swap, unless I come up with another video. Besides that, I will see you guys later. Bye.